not good at this.
It's loud.
I don't like to hear my squawking laugh like a hyena
No, it's all good.
at that volume.
So we typically don't refer to ourselves as NRT. So say new release today.
New release today. Train me and anything else.
No. You're good.
All right.
I'll correct you. And
I
shame
typed it up. Yeah, shake me, please. Not enough people do that.
So how much time do we have before we kick over to you then?
26 minutes.
Okay.
We have a long time.
Let's do it.
She usually prompts me on what I'm
Hey,
talking about the last second.
Can you take off that Treasure Valley Talk thing off that page, pretty please? Like, put the website up. And I can't find the X.
You mean just this blurb down here?
I just went off. Oh yeah, phone on silent. Thank you. My Trump sticker's worn out. Maybe I won't get beat up as much.
There's this kid with a sanding block.
You guys are in less danger with that sticker. If you can't, that's okay. I'll just scroll, but I paid attention to you and typed it up.
You mean like that?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Of course. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us at Treasure Valley Talk today. Our show is focused on business, politics, church, and organizations that are shaping our community. We have fabulous guests every week, and if you are interested in being a guest, please give me a call at 866-2516, or you can visit our website at www.treasurevalleytalk.com. I'd like to throw some love to our sponsors again today. Middle Creek Dental in Nampa, Idaho, Dr. Sean Christensen, who was recently on our show. Also, Idaho Custom Ironworks in Nampa, Reed Young. Caldwell Chamber of Commerce and Signs and Designs to Fit in Garden City, Idaho. So, speaking of fabulous guests, I'm going to start right off the bat introducing Kevin McNeese of New Release Today, correct?
Yes, thank you.
I said it right?
You
Woohoo! So we have a lot to talk about. You have so much going on. We talked this morning a little bit about how fabulous your life is to watch. All the things that you've been involved in. Where do you want to start today?
You know, well, first, thanks for having me. It's always an honor to talk to you. We've been good friends for quite a while, and it's exciting. I'm so glad you're back on the radio doing your thing.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yes, I think it's a great opportunity for people in the community to just share what they're doing in business and in faith and various organizations. So
absolutely,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on again.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in my world, as you said. Those out there that may not know, NewReleaseToday.com is the largest Christian music site online, based right here in Boise, Idaho. So this is my hometown. This is where I grew up, and after being away for 6+ years, kind of doing the music business thing, my wife and I had to come back home, and by doing that, God really provided the opportunity to chase my passion, which is Christian music, which is to promote those who make faith-based entertainment, music, movies, books. And I've been able to really do that on his timing, not mine.
That's always difficult, isn't it?
Yes.
Waiting.
Be a lot farther along if it was my timing, but that's okay. I think his timing is always perfect and has really allowed us to grow debt-free. We're now up to a couple employees, a couple part-timers, about 14, 15 volunteer, and a couple people who get just some money to support their family every month, which is an incredible honor for me.
Yeah, definitely.
To take what was once a hobby and to now see it actually supporting families and be an actual business full-time.
Yeah, so let's start with people that don't even know who you are. I know that you went to Central Assembly when I knew you as a kid. Yeah, back in the day. You designed websites, and in the process of having that business, you kind of started this little website. Tell us how that started.
Well, it was NewReleaseTuesday.com, and I started it when I was working with Family Christian Stores. I did music marketing for them for many years, and we wanted an opportunity to get out of the structure of Family Christian Stores in their very much mom environment and go chase the youth market. And so my argument to my boss was they aren't going to go here. We need to give them somewhere else to go. And through that, Tuesday were release dates for all music. Every single music CD came out on Tuesdays, hence the new release Tuesday. And about 3 years ago, jumping ahead a little bit, about 3 years ago the industry, well no, it was 2 years ago maybe, the industry decided to change from Tuesday street dates to Friday street dates, which just kind of threw a wrench in that whole 13-year marketing plan. So, yeah, God's timing again. He was able to really help us direct and keep our name, our NRT acronym that we have, we were able to keep. We found newreleasetoday.com. We decided to go that direction, and it really was an awesome opportunity to breathe new life into that brand. So we're now New Release Today, with music released on Fridays.
Okay, so and tell us about the website. What is on the website? People can hear new music?
Yeah,
and
I get asked this question a lot, and surprisingly enough, I still haven't really refined the answer. But,
that's okay.
The first thing I always start with is we don't sell anything. So we are not like an iTunes, we're not an Amazon, we're not selling Christian music to people. We are truly reporting on the artists that are making the music. So we talk to them, we do interviews, we do devotionals. We've got a great guy that does a behind the song devotional for us 2 times a week. He's talking to every single song you hear on the radio plus.
Wow.
He's up to 830 now of these devotionals that he's done. And they're great. Each one really talks about the biblical inspiration of the song. And so he'll go through the Bible verse, and he'll talk to the artists about what inspired these songs that we all know and love, and including ones that we need to discover. And so that's really proud of that series, and Kevin Davis does that. He's just an amazing guy. News became a huge focus for us a couple years ago. We've now reported over 4,000 news articles. Probably half of them are press releases.
Okay.
Coming from the label system and coming from the artists.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you writing them, or okay? Yeah. So the label.
And then the other half we're writing them.
Oh,
so
you are.
We're cultivating.
Okay.
We have 3 or 4 people that are focused on news, and so it's been a really great way to lead the industry in that area and really report on what's going on with these artists.
So who goes to your website? Is it international, national?
It is all over the place.
All over the world.
We're now seeing about 850,000 people hit the site every single month.
Wow.
Which is incredible.
That is incredible. Congratulations on that.
Over 1 million page views. We have over 80,000 entry points to the site. And we've just got a ton of content and ways that you can discover artists. And so who's coming to the site? It's really everyone. It's the kids, it's the parents, it's the grandparents. We represent all age demographics from all countries, and both genders, pretty equally.
Good.
And we report on all genres. So some other Christian music sites out there really focus on just specific genres. We don't care about the genre. We don't care about where the artist is coming from. If they're from the label system, if they're from the independent system, whether you've released 1 album or 20. Whether you've sold 10 or 10 million, we treat all artists at the same level because we're really interested in good music. And I think in this environment that we're in, which I think we'll talk about here in a little bit, the music consumer at large is really after the same thing. They're after good music. They don't care when it releases anymore. They're not too interested in street dates. They don't really care what radio is telling them to listen to. Right. They're really looking for to discover it on their own, as well. So that's where we come in. We really want to.
I know my teenager is, that's for sure. So let's talk a little bit, because I really want to talk about what a new artist can do. Like everybody can succeed. You were saying earlier to me, and tell me a little bit about what's going on in that area.
Well, the music industry has been I'm trying to find the right word. Upheaved. Is that even a word?
It is now.
Yeah. It's just been changed and rocked by the digital industry, and anybody who follows music knows. We went from cassette tapes to CDs to music downloads to streaming, and each iteration went faster and faster. And so downloads have now been almost completely replaced by streaming. And with each iteration, the funds and the available money going to the artists and the labels have decreased. No longer do you have to buy a $10 CD. Now you can buy a $1.49 song. and now you can literally listen to whatever you want for free on Spotify through advertising. And Spotify and Pandora and iHeartRadio, these are companies hundreds of millions, sometimes billions in debt because the ecosystem is trying to catch up to the demand, and it's not working. And so the labels are suffering, who had this big ecosystem continually shrink. But there's always going to be creatives out there making music.
How do they make money, though? I'm curious about that now that you brought that up.
That's the struggle. The money is the struggle, and an artist just has to work harder nowadays. Before, they could release a CD and live off music royalties and music sales. Now they have to tour. Now they have to produce merch. Now they have to have side businesses attached to their music. They have to write books, and they have to provide lessons to people, and there's just a lot of work. And also crowdfunding has been huge. So an artist goes and raises $30,000-$40,000 from their fan base, but they have to cultivate that fan base. They have to grow them, and so there's just a lot of work involved for an artist. It's no longer easy. I think we were talking about this before, and 10 years ago, very much so. The rule of the land was there's many artists out there, very few will make it. That's gone away. Anybody can make it now. Literally anybody can make it, and that has changed the landscape dramatically. It's also shrunk the avenues to what we would normally call success, which has been very interesting.
What do you mean shrunk the avenues? Haven't they increased? Like, isn't there more opportunity for them, or what does that mean?
Well, there is, but they got to make their own. So the previous model was a label system and then radio.
So the label would push them, the radio would push them.
Yeah, yep.
Now they have to do all that.
Labels have shrunk, so that avenue has narrowed. Radio has shrunk because they're chasing a specific sound, and they're not playing as much genre. They're not playing as much variety, and so you hear a lot of big complaints about it all sounds the same. We talk about that a lot.
And over and over and over again.
And over and over and over again. Yep. Well, it's because we're all just kind of being fed this narrow slice of what now is this huge piece of pie. So in order to get to the rest of the pie, the music consumer really has to do a ton of research on their own. Well, where are they going to go? If we talk about the Christian music industry, they don't really have a lot of places to go. They have Spotify. They're on their own. It's the Wild West. They got to discover it. They got to know what they're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Pandora is the same thing. iHeartRadio is the same thing, or even iTunes Music. They've got to know. Someone either has to tell them, or they have to just spend a lot of time listening to stuff. So that's where we have really taken on the mantle of being one of the few voices in our industry. When I say industry, Christian music industry, that will pay attention to the small artist as well as the large artist. I think we've done a really good job of that. I think that's why we've continued to grow. We had our biggest month ever in March, just a couple months ago, which is exciting to us.
So give the website address.
It's newreleasetoday.com.
Newreleasetoday.com.
Newreleasetoday.com, and we really are here to report on what's new in Christian music every day.
Okay, and so a couple of things that we wanted to touch on is you have some things going on. Juice?
Yeah.
Juice, tell us about that.
So Juice TV is the youth arm of TBN, which some listening may be familiar with. TBN is a Trinity Broadcasting Network. And then Juice TV is kind of their younger brother, I guess.
Okay.
Juice approached us to partner together on the We Love Christian Music Awards, which we're now in cycle 5. This year we'll be in the sixth cycle.
What is cycle? Because we're not in the industry now. And I heard you say merch a minute ago. He meant merchandise.
Merchandise, yes. There you go.
Okay, what is this cycle thing?
Cycle is just think of it as a season, a television season.
Is that like once a year?
We do it once a year right now.
Okay, so we're in the 6th year.
The 6th year.
Okay.
The 6th annual. Cycle sounds so much cooler, though.
Okay, I'm talking to the old audience then. They're in the 6th year.
The 6th annual We Love Christian Music Awards. So we did the 5th annual last year, and Juice approached us and said, "We love what you're doing. We're really on the same page with you as far as giving voice to the independent artist, and we love that you have nominated a lot of artists in your history. For example, Dev Awards, great people over there. We love them." And I really say this, any critique I give really comes from a heart of just trying to expand I am not in the business of knocking anyone's ministry or
Right.
what anyone does.
Of course.
There's a lot of room for everybody. I am in the business of not doing what other people do.
Okay.
And so that involves me kind of knowing what people do and then trying to chase something different. So, quick disclaimer.
Segue, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
So Juice came to us and said, we love what you're doing. For example, Dove Awards had 80 categories, and they nominated 0 independent artists in our industry.
Thanks.
None. And so it's all the label system pushing to the devs. Same system that's pushing to radio. Same system that's pushing the major market tours. K-Love Fan Awards is coming up. Actually, it's in 2 days. And massive K-Love Fan Awards. They've got a Fandango event happening in theaters. And so they're just getting a lot of attention. 12, 13 categories, 0 independent artists.
Oh.
Those are pretty much the 2 awards. So we have really tried to come in and disrupt that and provide opportunity to everyone. I think that's fair. And there's a lot of amazing music that is not being digested by the system.
Or seen. Right,
Seen by the
gotcha.
system. So Juice came to us and said, we want to produce a television show for you, and we want this, which has traditionally been online, we want to produce a whole award show. So they came in, they built a set for us in their Nashville studios. They invested money, they put it on the air, and they did a 90-minute show that everybody will be able to watch on demand here in about a couple weeks. And it was
What is how do they watch it? Where do they watch it?
Well, exclusively it's been on Juice TV. So
Okay.
they have been re-airing it, and as it gets picked up by more viewers, they schedule it again. So I don't think there's any schedule. This was a couple
Okay.
months ago.
Okay.
But we've just got permission to stream it online on demand, which is going to be huge, I think, for people who have missed it.
So you get to stream it online on new release today?
On YouTube, yeah,
On-
newreleasetoday.com will have it. Also, weloveawards.com is the website for the We Love Awards. And then we'll have it on our YouTube channel at New Release Today.
So you really are all about the independent artist, it sounds like.
Not all about. I mean, we still are very much partners with
passion.
labels. My passion is to talk about great music,
Okay.
really. And so if that comes from a label, fantastic. We're going to talk about them all day long. If that comes from a little guy in Boise, Idaho doing his thing, we're going to talk about that all day long.
Okay, gotcha.
I think the music consumer really deserves great music.
Yes, exactly. And
So
a
we
lot of
work hard.
times, historically, they've been left out. A lot of great talent has been left out.
They have.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that, and my gosh, we're all consuming more music than ever before. The stats will tell us that music consumers are consuming more music than ever before.
Agreed.
So why are we narrowing what we're feeding them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Kevin McNeese of newreleasetoday.com, and if you'd like to follow him on Facebook,
You can do that personally or with New Release Today.
New Release
yeah,
Today.
Facebook and New Release Today.
what was the award website?
The We Love Christian Music Awards. So it's weloveawards.com.
WeLoveAwards.com. Now you mentioned something about CAP. What is?
Yeah, Cap, this will be an exclusive for you. I haven't talked publicly about this too much.
I feel special, Kevin. What's going on with CAP? What is CAP, and
Yeah.
tell me all about it.
So CAP is a new initiative that we are starting, born out of this passion for the independent artist. And independent artists don't really like using the word independent, but that really just what that means is just an artist that is not tied to a major label. So they are truly on their own, making their own decisions, funding their own projects, doing their own thing. CAP is what we're calling Christian Artist Pro, and it's christianartist.pro is the website. And this is going to launch in late summer, early fall. And our desire here is to really educate the independent artists and to bring them together. So there's no collective in our industry that is saying, okay, artists from Boise, Idaho. You've also got some other artists in Boise, Idaho you might not know of. There's also some artists in Oregon and some Seattle. Here they all are. And here are all the churches and venues that are willing to book you. So no more cold calling, no more spending hours on the phone calling a ton of different venues saying, hey, I want a tour. You can literally go to the site and contact all the venues.
That is amazing.
Massive for artists. And we're going to be educating them, so we're going to be bringing in, doing things like we're doing right now.
Okay.
Talks and video talks with industry experts. And just giving them resources. It's not going to be one-on-one training because we just don't have the time in the day.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, there's powers in numbers. There's power in community. And right now, everybody's just fractioned. I mean, this is a new environment in the past 3-4 years, really, in our industry. And so we're going to be really providing that collective knowledge together.
Is this based nationally? Are you going to try to do the international?
Anybody who
just
wants to
connecting
join
everybody?
can join. Yeah, it is going to be subscription based,
Okay.
and so an artist will pay. I mean, it's going to be nothing in regards to monthly on what they're getting.
Right.
And we're going to bring as much value to the table as we can, as much help to the artists as we can. And my hope is collectively, as we'll raise the boat, and we'll provide new avenues for these artists to be heard. That's the end goal, is for these artists to be heard.
Are you helping them record or learn how to record? I mean, are you doing the basic things?
Nope.
Okay, so they already have to have recorded their music,
Mhm.
and then they come to you to start the tour process.
Yep.
Maybe get information on how to do their own merch.
It's really elevate career. I think one thing people don't need help with in today's environment is how to record.
Okay.
I think we're 10, 15 years into this. Like, there's a lot of technology, people can do it. I mean, the music that I'm hearing out there in the space is just incredible. It rivals anything coming out of a $100,000 studio
Gotcha.
from a label system. It's incredible, and these are people doing this in their basement.
Yeah.
So I don't think people need help recording. There's plenty of people out there and resources that will help them do that. However, once they have that project, I hear it, 15, 20 times a month. Now what do? I've got this great piece of art that I believe in, that I believe God has spoken to, that I believe will help a lot of people. I don't know what to do with it. I can't sell it anymore, because everybody wants to stream it for free. So what's next? Well, touring is what's next, and that's the big place that everybody gets stuck at. I want to be on Winter Jam. Well, that's not going to happen. You're not going to be on Winter Jam. But what you can do is you can go into some markets and churches and say, hey, let's get 50 to 100 of your friends together. We'll do a free concert and let's do a love offering. And you can make, $300-500 that night just for people coming and investing into your ministry. Not to dilute ministry or take advantage of that, but there are a lot of believers out there who will rally behind and get behind a message.
Absolutely.
And if that message is being heard by other people that need to hear it, I will invest in that all day long, way above buying a ticket to a concert. And I will do it more heavily because that has eternal value there. And so I think a lot of artists look at the big picture and say, how can I do that? How can I get on radio? Not going to happen. Radio's not going to touch you. How can I get on this Winter Jam tour? It's not going to happen. Winter Jam's not going to invite you out. And then they just shut down. And they don't know that there's all these other avenues out there. So part of that will be training and just opening eyes and really connecting each other to those opportunities.
That's amazing. Well, again, the website address for that is?
That is christianartist.pro. It's currently in preview. You can sign up for free right now and just kind of check out what we're going to offer. And then when we launch in the end of August, early September, we will tell you more about what opportunities we'll have.
Okay. Can you believe it? Our time? We got
What?
like about a minute.
No way.
I know. We haven't talked about everything? Let's see. So I think we have.
We'll rattle it off.
Yeah.
Let's do rapid fire.
So Juice TV. Where's Juice? I don't watch TV.
They're in Nashville, and we do not get them in Boise, unfortunately.
Okay.
So you can watch them online.
Is it on newreleasetoday.com or where is?
They're at juice.tv.
So juice.tv. Okay.
Yeah, they've got some great programming for the music videos and.
All right, and we're going to look forward to seeing you on the awards show, which is...
I did. I actually got to announce 5 different award categories. That was kind of cool.
And you connect with almost all these artists, don't you?
We try.
Which makes me jelly, by the way. Is that a modern word now?
Jelly? Sure, yeah. we're on their cycles.
All right,
sure,
Kevin.
That's probably not good.
I hope you come back, because I feel like we have so much more to talk
ending.
about.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for your time.
Anytime. Thanks for joining us,
You
Kevin.
bet.
Again, visit his website at newreleasetoday.com, and christianartist.pro is his website for Christian artists without a label that are wanting to launch, basically. They've already recorded and wanting to launch. So we're going to segue. It's kind of hard because I want to talk to Kevin for a couple hours. I haven't seen him for a while, but we're going to segue to Tech Talk. Hi, Michael Montgomery. How are you?
I'm doing good, Andrea, and I can understand why you'd want to continue talking. I'm sitting over here taking 3 pages of notes.
I know. I saw you mad noting over there. I'm like, what is he doing? Is he going to talk about all that in this Tech Talk time?
I wish I could, but Obviously, Kevin's the expert when it comes to this area. That's really cool. I really enjoyed listening.
Well, we're gonna
to
get him. We're gonna try to get him back. So, okay, let's segue to Tech Talk.
Okay.
We've talked about YouTube channel, businesses having their own YouTube channel. We've got classes going on. We want people to do a website. We've got a special going on a website for is it $5.99 or what was it?
5-page
For 5
website for $500 and $25 a month for the hosting as well as maintenance and any additional training that's needed.
Yeah, so if you are a business and want to do a website, please give us a call at 866-2516. We also will be doing the classes for creating your own YouTube channel and managing and doing the videos. A lot of people call us about that every week. So if you're interested, again, use that number to call. What do you want to share today?
So we've been talking about YouTube pretty heavily, so I thought maybe we should transition into something else. I thought Instagram would be fun to talk about this time, if that's okay.
Sure, let's do it.
So Instagram, it feels like Twitter with pictures mixed in, and now that they've added in videos, well, that was like 2 years ago, you can showcase things that you're working on and really engage your audience on there. What I've noticed on there is, as I've posted like pictures of art that I'm working on, or yo-yos that I'm making, or tricks that I'm putting together, just showing people what I'm working on, even if it's a work in progress, gets a lot of response from my audience. And because of how you can tag your posts on there, you can use the hashtag, which everybody kind of overused and turned into a weird thing for a while there.
Now we do a whole paragraph of just hashtags.
Like hashtag, and all. Yeah, I get it. So what you can do is, let's say you're brand new to it, you've never heard of Instagram before, you've heard of it, but you haven't really dipped your toes in the water just yet. I mostly want to give you something to do today. So if you don't have an Instagram yet, or if you have one and you haven't been using it, I'd like you to think about what your business has to offer and what you can do to show to your customers to basically prove to them that you're an expert at what you do and that you're having fun doing it. And record or take pictures and document the process of whatever it is you do. If it's a service, if it's a product that you're creating, record it. Even if it takes an hour to record, and then using some free software on your phone, you can time-lapse it down to a minute, upload that to Instagram, and then write a short paragraph telling people, hey, this is what I did. I had some issues in the middle, as you saw. I messed up and had to start over, and we made it through. Here's the final product. If you'd like to learn more about it, please swing by my website. The link's in my bio, which you can put a link to your website in the bio of your Instagram account. And then you want to find the hashtags that people are using to find the content that you just put out there. So you're going to go to the search icon at the bottom of the screen, and whatever it is that you're making, maybe you're making pizza, maybe you do crochet, whatever it is, you want to search for that just general term first and see what the top ranking stuff is. It'll give you 9 pictures at the top, or videos that have gotten the most reaction from the Instagram community. Go and look at all of those and see what hashtags they're using, see how many comments they're getting, and use those hashtags to get your content up. The funny thing about doing time lapses that I found out is it takes very little effort. You don't even think about it. You just turn on the camera, you do your work like you normally do, and just time-lapsing it and throwing some free-to-use music over the top, or not even that, you can leave the normal sound in, but it does sound a little weird. It's fascinating for anybody to watch, and nobody wants to do it. So if you just record what you're doing, speed it up to a minute, upload it, tell people what it was that you did, where they can find more information about it, and then use 3 to 5 really popular hashtags. You can use a lot more, but it kind of gets annoying after a certain point. Just use the most popular ones, and you'll start to see traffic just naturally trickling in. Some of it will be automated, other brands that are trying to game the system by liking your stuff, but because they're trying to game the system using automation to like content that has hashtags on it, it makes your stuff float to the top even faster. And then the real people that are looking for who's doing the cool project in crochet this week, they'll see your stuff in those top 9, they'll go and check it out, and if you have been consistently putting out awesome content on Instagram, maybe it's just pictures or documenting a work in progress project that you've got going on, they'll follow you. And then that's one less person that you have to convince to follow you, and now you have someone that you can work on creating into a fan, and then eventually as they watch you create your work over and over and over again, they'll hop off the fence and buy something from you. If it's a product you're selling, if it's a service you're selling, just getting them to follow you and getting their attention is the main piece, and then when you do finally have something to offer them, you can convert. So that's what I've been playing with a lot in the last month, and I think it will help a lot of local businesses who haven't really thought about that. It's very easy to start, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to do.
Well, Thank you. That was a lot of information. And again, if you would like to take one of the classes, our information is on our website at www.treasurevalleytalk.com.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody. Thanks for being here, Kevin and Mike. We will be on again every Saturday at 2. Want to throw love real quickly to the sponsors again. That is Middle Creek Dental in Nampa, Idaho Custom Ironworks, Nampa, Caldwell Chamber of Commerce, and Signs and Designs to Fit in Garden City, Idaho. Thanks everybody for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you. I didn't go too long, did I?
We were perfect.
Okay.
Sweet. Look at you.
I basically test things out on the yo-yo company. I'm like, this
Yeah.
works. Let's tell people
That's
about it.
awesome. You make these?
So
Yeah.
we need to do a bio on the website so people are like, what is he talking about, yo-yo?
Yeah.
You know?
I've been playing with yo-yos for about 13 years now, and I finally got a lathe
Yeah.
and realized that even though they sell aluminum ones for $100, that the average Joe doesn't care about that.
Right.
And so I'm just going to make them out of wood, and I'm going to put together a really easy how to get started tutorial app using Appy.
There's tons of people that follow him.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Little kids that think
Just
he's amazing.
Glue a fidget spinner on there and then you're gold.
I
Those things
Yeah.
are so stupid.
I hate fidget spinners so much.
I do too.
She didn't get any money for it. I mean,
I know.
as a business owner, I'm just like,
Ugh.
that's the worst part for me.
It's
The creator
worst
got
thing.
no money.
Horrible.
It's terrible to create a fad and then not be able to make the money.
Kevin.
All right, yeah,
No
no problem. Your next guests are here.
Awesome.
Okay, thank
Thanks for coming
you.
in.
Yeah.
Should I leave my stuff or we jump into a different
Really
studio?
good to see you.
Sweet.
That's great meeting you. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Are we staying in here?
We're actually gonna get you guys in there, so
Thank you.
Okay.
we'll-
I'll grab my stuff.
All right. Hey,
I'm out of here.
all right, here to see you, son.
Yeah, I am.
Thanks for coming in.
What was your name?
I'm Justin.
Justin.
Gibson.
Justin is one of our guitarists at the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get a $20 gift card to
Whoa.
Dutch Roll to get on the show.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I don't
Some
know if that's
change,
going
man.
on, you know.
Oh,